Hi everyone, I'm Patty Coat, and today I'm gonna be talking to you about how to transfer skills from your past careers, not technical things, into dev and make your resume maybe a bit fuller when you're coming from a field that has nothing to do with tech to the developer world. So stay tuned. Hello, and welcome. So, if you haven't watched this channel yet, I'm Patrick, and I'm glad to have you here. So, today I want to talk about a very common question. When you're starting a job search from whatever you were before to that, especially if you have a untraditional background. So if you went to the coding bootcamp, you can at least have the bootcamp in your resume. If you went to college, you have the college resume. But if you are a self-learner, you probably have a dozen of unfinished Udemy classes and 10,000 YouTube tutorials. And usually you don't feel very great about putting that on a resume. So, if you haven't watched my past videos, I was a nanny for 10 years. And usually I see people saying, oh, I don't know how to transfer my skills, but they are doing much more easier to transfer jobs, like you're in banking. I was working sales. And nanny was really tricky, right? Because what I did was change diapers and run after kids. Not just kidding, I did much more than that. So today I want to give advice, brainstorm over how you can bring things that I have done in the past that were not tech related at all to your resume and maybe make that shine. My first tip is just write down everything that I have done. Okay, I was a nanny for years, so I changed diapers, I communicated with parents, I create baby schedules, I help make sure that they have the diapers. Now just write a list of all the things I've done. Try to write at least 5, but if you can go for 10, no more than 10. And even don't worry if those things had nothing to do at all with the job you want, the developer job. Just write those things down. And after you write the things down, read that over and try to turn that list into skills. For example, I make sure that the babies always had diapers in their stock. So that can be turned into stock management, I don't know, or teamwork, right? Communicate with parents to make sure that they know the routine. Teamwork, working a baby, creating a baby routine, time management. So just try, take some time, sit down, come up with words, just one word skills, and make a list of all the skills that you have used. And you have to know that being a dev is much more than the code. There are those things called soft skills. I don't agree with the name, but that's what they're called. That they're also very important, right? Just for example, usually I hear people saying you can teach people how to code in this new language or this new framework, but I cannot teach people how to have empathy if they don't have empathy already, for example. So it's much simple for my company to hire you if you already have empathy or any soft skill that my company thinks evaluated, and teach you how to use React, then teach you how to be empathic. And empathy is an example. Some words like problem solver, thinking your feet, team member, teamwork, and all those things are important. But don't just write down those words. Try to see how you can apply them. And when you're writing your resume, you can just, what I had in my resume was a little note. I was a nanny for a decade, and I was a problem solver, fast on my feet, a team member, and all those things that I kind of transformed from nanny to programming. You're gonna have lots of skills that maybe are not, they're not useful. They're just not relevant to programming. being really quickly at wiping babies' tushies is not something that many tech companies care about. But yes, creating your resume, your first resume, coming from a traditional background, it's hard. I accepted everything that came in my way. I did unpaid internship. I did websites for free. I don't recommend doing that. Of course, some of us cannot choose. We really need the experience, especially us that didn't went to a college or didn't went to a boot camp. The experience is invaluable for us. But if you can, just say no to those things, because we need to, as a society, change this culture. Some people are like, oh, I think that's great and paid internship helps me. Yes, but we are giving our time and your work and you're not making any money. And some of us just cannot afford it. When I was learning to code, people say, oh, why don't you go do a coding boot camp? You just pay after you get a job. Yes, but there was a full-time commitment. I still have to pay for my food, for a place to live. I would have to quit what I was doing right now because the time commitment was huge. So sometimes we just don't really think about other people because you can do it. I mean, if you can, great, but some people can't. So just think about other people. And usually the few of us that are coming from the self-learning route is because we don't have the money or the time or just the energy to do a boot camp or go to college. I thought about doing boot camp so many times, but I just couldn't. And that's okay. I made the self-learning thing work for me, and you can do it too. And I think the most tricky thing as a self-learner is just turn all those skills and put it in a resume, especially all the Udemy courses, right? If you did too many, I don't usually put all the things I have done because I have done too much. So just turn that into skills too. So my resume, I have a little column on the side saying skills, HTML, CSS, and everything that I think is comfortable, that I'm comfortable working on. But do not let the fact that you're self-taught make any less of you. We have gaps. Yes, we have some gaps, but we are as awesome as anybody else. If anything, we are more awesome because we are able to teach ourselves to code without the structure that other people get. It is really difficult. Like, oh my goodness, I want to give up so many times. Like, wow, I can't just give up now. But once I decided that I want to be a programmer, I knew that I couldn't give up because that was what I really wanted. So don't give up, keep going. I don't know, if you want, I might review a resume, If you want me to look at a resume and give your tips, comment below and, maybe I can look at a resume. I am not an expert by any means, but I have read enough tutorials, talked with enough people that I have some general idea if your resume is okay or not, and how to make it a bit better. Not a super professional, but maybe make it stand out a little bit. So I started this video with an idea and I end up talking about other things, but I hope you enjoyed. I really want, one of my goals in life right now, that I am a place that I'm happy with my work, is to help other people get here. Really, we had to work hard, and sometimes it's harder because we have to make a difference. In my case, streaming live code on Twitch made all the difference because I was good at that, and that was like a little shiny star on my resume that made people pay attention. But again, I am a believer that the right job is there for you, and it's sad, but usually your first job in tech is gonna suck, and that's what I found out most people say. Getting the first job is hard, but after you got the ball rolling, things get a bit brighter. So follow me on Twitter, my DMs are open. Yes, so if you want to DM me, just say, hey Pachi, I saw you on YouTube, so I know where you're coming from. And if you don't follow me on Twitch yet, I'm always there. You can ask me live questions, work questions there too. Twitch TV / Patchy Codes. And thank you. Let me know if you like this video. Subscribe, thumbs up, and all those things. And I really hope that you're gonna get a great job, and we gonna slay this programming stuff. Have a great day.